things out there.
They didn't see me human. I'm fast. I'm stronger than you know. If they come after you, run.
Talking about Pandorum.
Pandorum. What is that
So
like?
is that like a group of pandas?
Is it like some sort of plural pandemonium?
See, that's what I thought. I was horrified when to go see this. I thought it was like a DreamWorks movie about pandas going out into outer space
And causing trouble?
Well,
That's what it sounds like.
And then you get up there and you find out they turned the mutants and ate all the people and started attacking all the survivors. And
I saw that movie.
Yeah, yeah. No, actually, you have seen this movie. It is Event Horizon combined with Aliens with just a little kiss of Predator thrown in there. A touch of And I'll describe all that in a little while. Because what you have here, you have the movie starts out with Ben Foster, and he's waking up from like a cryogenic sleep.
Oh, I wondered why he hadn't been in any movies for a while.
Yeah, he's been
Explains
taking
a
a
lot.
nap
I was
in
like,
outer
I like
space.
that guy.
Yeah. A well-deserved nap in space. And when he wakes up, the ship that he's in, rusty, dark, abandoned, and you already get this feeling of claustrophobia. And so he wakes up, starts wiping all the slime off of him and everything. Kind of like I wake up in the morning.
Does he take a shower or use baby wipes?
I don't think he used any of that. Use his hand and don't wash afterwards. But it's kind of like when we wake up after a good party, we're like, what the fuck was I last night?
In this situation, is this not normal, or is that like sleep cubicle crap?
Well,
I'm not sure what you're saying.
I mean, I woke up with crusty eyes.
No,
before,
not
but then,
you.
Not you. Back to the movie.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not about me anymore.
No. The guy, you said he's pulling slime off him. Is that like stuff that's part of the sleep bed, or is that like
You don't know.
some sort of bad?
That's the thing.
Okay.
You don't know if like this is normal. If somebody just flushed his ass down the toilet,
But get more expensive form of sleep cubicles. All I'm saying.
yeah. So he starts wiping all the stuff off of him, and he starts looking to see who else is around. And they, like I say, they've already done a good job of setting up this feeling of loneliness and dread. The next guy that he finds is Dennis Quaid. Who, as far as I'm concerned, I would have said, don't wake his ass up.
Yeah, for real.
I heard he's an asshole.
Let him sleep.
The fuck you doing? I'm sleeping.
He's obviously too tired to act these days. So.
Be like, well, okay, we're going to be in space for another 18 years. Let me start doing my John Wayne impression.
And he'd be pissed. I mean, Dennis Quaid is that kind of guy. I heard he's kind of an asshole. Like, what the fuck you doing waking me up? Can't you see I'm asleep?
He's only that way when he can't get a drink.
Or just hand him a harmonica. It'll be all right.
Yeah, where like Ben Foster woke up like in slime. Dennis Quaid's waking up in booze and alcohol and his own vomit. He's
And bad hookers.
where am I? Am I in the hotel again? But and so you think these guys maybe have some sort of military background because Dennis Quaid plays this guy Lieutenant Payton, and I forgot. Ben Foster is just named Bowler. I think you don't know what his chain of command is really, but they start passing his orders around. He's like, and Dennis Quaid's already saying, "Hey, look, we got to search this ship," because they start having like a little bit of little recall. It's like they know that they have relatives. Ben Foster has a picture of a woman who's probably his girlfriend or his wife, and so they want to find other survivors on here. So
How big is this ship?
man, well, it's really big. They just built really tight corridors. It's like you got when you see it, it's a huge fucking ship. And then when they wake up, they're like trying to go down the hallway. It's shit. And that's
Form of a function.
yeah, and that's
USS Straw Box.
and that's one of the things that's that's kind of boring about the movie. It's like the ship is all kind of topsy turvy and kind of you don't know which way is up is down, and so Ben Foster like spends half of the movie like going through these tight crevices and fall on his face, landing on his ass, landing in a pile of garbage, and it's just kind of like, all right.
So, has he ever stopped and go, who designed this goddamn
I
thing?
know, right?
Yeah,
So okay, like you said, he wakes up, he doesn't know anything. Dennis Quaid, I guess, doesn't remember anything either. They find other astronauts who don't remember anything either.
Well, Ben Foster finally starts to find other survivors. He comes across this woman at first, and she is real defensive. Like we've heard about women who have trust issues. I mean, the moment he meets her, she's kicking his ass, has a knife to his throat. So either she's just a crazy bitch or something really bad has happened on this ship and she's managed to survive and she doesn't trust anything because anything can be deadly. And well, soon after we find out that is the case.
Okay, from everything you said, told us already, there's some kind of aliens on this ship.
Is this going to be some kind of another bug hunt, sir?
Oh, I want to repeat a line from Alien.
Well, that is a line from Alien.
Hicks, get over here. Get over here.
Batten that shit down, Hicks.
Yeah. Come here. But no, there is. And we found out very quickly that there's these mutants. Oh, and that's what I was going to say. It is has a little dash of the Descent in there because these creatures look like mutated humans mixed with like triceratop horns and creatures from the Descent. They look like mole people in a way. Like they're real pale and they have all these things sticking out of their body and they're very slimy and used to staying in the dark.
So they're, from an evolutionary point of view, completely useless.
Right.
No, that's the thing. They are fast. They know the ship well enough to like maneuver around it very well. You know, where humans are like, fuck, I can't get down this hallway. They like, well, shit, I'm just gonna jump up in this corridor right here and pop on the other side and come to the floor. And you think that they're just animals, but they seem to have some organization about them. Like they are a tribe of some sort. I mean, they have tribal weapons in a way. They hunt like with spears and swords and knives. So you don't know what the hell these things are.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say they're the rest of the crew.
That's a good guess. Yeah. You know, there's something has happened. I mean, ain't nobody else on there, you know.
Yeah.
So something has happened where
either that or they picked up a bunch of shaved Ewoks.
Yeah.
Horny Ewok.
Yeah. And so, well, that's what you don't know. You don't know if something has infiltrated the ship, or the crew has mutated. Are these supernatural beings? We don't know. And we begin to slowly learn what has happened to the ship, where they are, what they're heading towards, what has happened to planet Earth. And I don't want to ruin too much here because it's all a mystery that begins to piece itself together at the end.
Well, this is the same director who did Event Horizon, I believe, right? Paul Anderson?
He's the producer. The guy that directed this is a guy named Christian Alvart. I haven't really seen anything he's done before.
Well, I'm guessing since it is connected to him, they're not going to end up using the same lame Event Horizon. Oh, it was Satan all along type of ending.
This is Paul Anderson. He's not above that.
Using it again, you're right. He's not above that. It'd be cooler if at one point, like, they're like, we've had enough, and all the aliens come down, and they're like, Mortal Kombat! And I'd steal that ending. That'd be better.
So they start to meet other survivors, but you know very quickly that, okay, these other survivors, they're just there to see how these creatures can kill people. And one of the things that this movie does very effectively, which I said before, is that it sets up a good atmosphere. I mean, the fact that the ship is very all twisted and turned around, it not only adds to the sense of claustrophobia, but it's like you get lost. Like, which way do you go? I mean, you can't. Okay, we know left and right is fucked up because we don't. That can lead to danger, but going up and down could be kind of mixed up too.
I love it. It's like, I knew it was a bad mistake to let MC Escher design it.
I'd be like, you know what, guys? I'm going back in the slime cubicle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull my slime back on top of me and going to sleep.
Yeah. Even Cubert would be in there like, damn, this is fucked up.
Cubert.
Kids are like, Q who? They're like, Q-Tip, I love A Tribe Called Quest. And either younger kids are like, who? But
like DJ Cubert. Oh, I know who that is.
Yeah. But and it's very dark, and it's kind of cool that they've taken the spaceship and done. I like the theme of the spaceship as the haunted house. I mean, because it adds that extra dimension of uneasiness and terror where you're in space.
So even if you escape, you got nowhere to go.
You got nowhere to go, and they make that very obvious at the beginning through the explanation of Pandorum, which is just space madness. And
madness.
Ren and Stimpy on there. They're the villains.
Oh, my chocolate bar! How I love you!
You tried to take my ice cream bar, but I killed them all. But where the movie seems to falter is that it's we really have seen this. I mean, once you see they show you the creatures pretty quick, and we kind of figure out where they probably came from, and it's just something that's when you learn how tribal they are, and that they do have some sense of like social order to them. They, no matter how ravenous they are, kind of just not that scary anymore. There's even a part in this where one of the survivors gets ready to have a fight with these things. You think these things are just crazy, but that creature stops where you think he's about to like just pounce. He stops. He's like, "Arr!" and throws the guy a spear. He's like, let's get it on.
Is that what he says?
No, he doesn't say that.
That's what he's gesturing.
He starts
Yeah, that's what
pulling
he's gesturing. He's like,
starts pulling out Pokemon cards.
He hands him a musket and turns around to have 10 paces at dawn.
no, he walked up to him and slapped him with a glove. I do, sir. And walks up and
You have besmirched my honor, sir.
yeah, and it's at that point that's where the predator side of it comes in, and it's kind of like, okay, this really is not scary at all. It's more of a movie where the style of it is scarier than any of the other things in it. Dennis Quaid, there's a good little twist with him in the movie where he starts freaking out with this other guy that's with him, and this other guy is just kind of crazy. I mean, when they start having these, when the Pandorum starts kicking in with some of the crew, that's kind of effective because you really do feel like they're going crazy. And you don't, worse than the monsters, you don't want to get stuck in a room who's got a case of this Pandorum because they just, if anything, they would just get on your nerves. What are you doing? Huh? You think you can get out of here? You can't do shit. You can't do nothing for us. You're going to kill everybody. It's just kind of like, will you shut the fuck up?
So it's pretty much like you when you haven't had sleep and you drink a bunch of whiskey.
Yeah. What are you doing? Huh? What are you looking at?
Do you know the symptoms of Pandorum?
I've seen it before.
Ever witnessed the symptoms firsthand? It's not something you can easily detect. It starts with a shiver, an itch, a slow boil. The biological side effects of flying deep space feeding into paranoia, and the paranoid brain feeding the side effects. A downward spiral. There's no shutting off the heat no matter what you do. It'll boil over. You don't believe me?
I didn't see that.
We all know Pandorum is greatly affected by any substantial psychological trauma. It has an emotional trigger effect.
That's what they say.
How do you think you would react if you knew the truth?
The truth. About what?
You keep using Pandorum like a verb. That's just some made up shit.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
I know.
Like,
Well,
that's some
you're like,
explanations
that's
of
when
what-
the Pandorum
it's called,
kicks in.
It's called Pandorum. And the other guy look at him like, what the fuck, dude? Can't you just say craziness or insanity? You gotta make some shit up?
Shit.
Pandorum.
You mean it
I
doesn't
named
exist? 'Cause
my name is my family name is Pandora. So I discovered I'm naming that bitch.
Hey man, you with the new internet radio station Pandorum? That's just cool. Yeah, I wish Pandorum was cool because you mean I've just been drunk the whole time. I have no excuse.
We don't like Pandorum. We're Pandoric Americans.
I was going whenever y'all say, "Damn, Cole was fucked up last night," I was gonna be like, "No, I had Pandorum, man. It's a medical excuse, okay?"
Little case of the Pandorum. I'm all right now.
I gotta say, man, when I was at the panel for this at Comic-Con, which I mean,
Sorry about abandoning you to that. By the way.
yeah, I mean, it was one of these, like, it wasn't even announced on the schedule. They just kind of crammed it in between two other panels just because they had extra time. And Dennis Quaid didn't even show up. He just, like, they pull out a video with him going like, "Hey, Comic-Con, sorry I couldn't be there, but please go watch my movie G.I. Joe, because that's the one I'm really banking on."
Quaid out. What the fuck? He really was on a spaceship.
You're like, I'm Dennis Quaid now. Fuck it. Just go see something else, really. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Bunch of nerds.
God damn, you fucking nerds. What the fuck y'all want from me? In fact, fuck, cut the camera off. I gotta go play golf. There's a girl in this movie, and I'm trying to look at her name right here. Antije Trowell.
Huh?
I don't. Let me see.
We'll just call her
name.
Pandorum.
Yeah, but we'll just call her Fine because Antije Trowell. I really don't know what her nationality is.
Andre
but-
Trow, is that Andre Brower's daughter?
but that girl is hot. Now she's hot, and I got no problem with her. See, that's what now how many movies?
Gee, really?
No, she's all right with me.
You're telling out the jokes for us.
Yeah, stop stepping on our lines, Corey. Jesus.
Man, let me say, well, how many things have we seen? Like the apocalypse has happened, or
A lot
of women have been stranded on an island. We have this where this girl's been stranded on a space, on a spacecraft for a long time, and every time you see these girls, man, legs are smooth, they ain't got no arm hair, you know that. And for some reason, I just didn't catch on until I saw this because I was like, wow, she's fine. But I bet she stinks. I bet if this was real, she'd be hairy.
Because there are some things that you just find the time for. That's all. It's like
Right.
there's
It's
aliens
important.
pounding on the door. Douche, they're holding. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm
do
doing
you
my legs.
Really want to see me with Bigfoot legs? I don't think so.
Okay, I'll wait.
You think that alien's scary?
I know it. You open the door and the girl just opens up with bush on her legs and armpits. The alien be like, fuck.
She's sitting there flossing, you know. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, the alien would look up and be like, ah! Take off running. What? But you know what?
I gotta put on my face.
Why? She's smoking what? But man, I would say that it's not bad. It's really seen it and nothing new. I mean, we've seen everything, but it just doesn't offer anything too exciting to rush out and see at the theater. I would be very happy watching this as a rental and would have been satisfied and said that is actually pretty good. But that's about as far as I would go.
All right, Paul Anderson with another one.
Yeah, Paul Anderson with
one more rental on the belt.
long string
Some
of
cool
rentals.
scenes in here, though. I mean, it really is sort of ambitious. Like I said, they do a lot more for than just show you the monsters. I'm like I said, space madness. Damn it, I got it. Space madness kicking it in. They got this really cool scene where Ben Foster is like crawling over like all these the creatures that are like just on the ground, like just sleeping all over each other, and they're like twisting and everything when he's trying to crawl all over them, and it's just like, wow, that's intense. Kind of like the last orgy I went to.
That's enough of that.
Hey,
No.
good night, everybody.
No.
Next time you got to go to one that has some girls in it.
Wait, don't touch that. That's a history eraser button, you fool.
What happened to the passenger?
There's something wrong with him.
They were hunting.